Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is another video based on routines. Instead of actually showing you my routine, as I did in my first video on the channel, I'm going to go over why it is important and why you should consider actually starting a daily routine or a weekly routine where you keep track of what you're actually doing in the day. I'm going to go over the positives of actually having a daily routine. You know, there are certain negatives, but I'm not really going to mention them because the positives definitely outweigh the negatives, and the overall benefits of actually sticking to a routine definitely will help you with your productivity. You'll definitely get more work done and you'll just feel a lot more relaxed in your everyday life when you've completed this routine and when you complete it consistency over a long period of time. You know, everyone can do it for one day or 2 days or even a week, but I think if you do it for at least a month or let's say to 3 months, then it'll start feeling normal. You know, like when we used to go to school, you'd wake up at a certain time, you'd make your lunch at a certain time, you'd leave for the bus at a certain time. This was your routine. All your lessons were planned to the minute and you were following this routine. But a lot of people, when they're either like self-employed or working, they just wake up just before they have to get to work and then just do whatever. And I'm going to go over why I think it is really important to actually stick to a routine and why it can help you in your business life and your personal life. Firstly, it will keep you disciplined. Once you have this routine laid out, you know each hour of the day, each minute of the day, if you're doing it precisely, which task you're meant to be doing. Let's say you have 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. gym session. If at 8 a.m. you're not in the gym session, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel guilty, like, I'm missing my schedule. I'm missing my routine. I should be in the gym right now. I'm not. I'm scrolling through Instagram. You might think, oh, I don't want to go through the pain of going to the gym. But after, you'll feel quite bad. And trust me, I was like this at the start when I first started. I didn't really want to do certain things I didn't like. If you want to get anywhere in life, you have to do things you're not comfortable with. It's the only real way to grow in your business, in your personal life. And once you have actually gone to the gym, you will feel much more accomplished. You'll feel like, okay, I've done that now. It wasn't as hard as I thought. You know, especially people that are going to the gym for the first time, they'll probably be like, the first few minutes are always the worst. But when you actually get into it, you know, you're lifting the weights, you're doing cardio, whatever you're interested in, then it just feels like, you know, I'm actually quite enjoying this. And then you realise that after, it wasn't actually too bad. It's just the act of going to do that task, which is where a lot of people actually find it hard to do. And I'd say that is down to discipline as well. And also following this routine will keep you more disciplined. Second point is you will get a lot more done in a day. So in 24 hours, think how many hours of that day are wasted. How many minutes are wasted on you scrolling through Instagram, looking at celebrities' posts, looking at their comments, just aimlessly scrolling through your phone or watching videos. What could these hours be spent on? Let's say you're in a 9-to-5 job and you want to start your own business or start your own brand. It could only take an hour, 2 hours a day to start building this. But if you're just scrolling through Instagram, watching Netflix, then it's not going to happen. You're just going to be stuck in that 9-to-5 for the rest of your life. And do you want that? No. Having a routine will allow you to set aside time for this. So once you've completed all your other work, then you can do this other stuff. Once you've worked on your own business, worked on your own personal health by going to the gym, then you can set aside time. Once everything else is done, completed, accomplished, then you can set aside time to do things you like. Maybe you like playing Call of Duty, you could do that for half an hour a day or hour a day. Or let's say you like watching a Netflix series, you can go do that for an hour a day. But after you completed the certain tasks that you set out to achieve that day. A routine will make sure you get the work done. Let's say the start of the week, you plan your routine for the week ahead. And you write down, I have to do video recording by this time. I have to start video recording at this time. You get a notification on your phone if you use a calendar software or a reminder software for certain timing with your routine. You're just sat there scrolling. You get a notification, video editing, 8 to 9 a.m. You know that you've then got to go do that video editing in that hour period. And it just means you're more inclined to go get it done rather than just having it on a to-do list that you're just not even looking at. So if you actually have it right in front of you, maybe on the wall, behind your desk, on your phone, on notifications, maybe as a screensaver even, you could just have it constantly in your face so you actually get the routine done. And once you do complete this routine for, you know, a few days, few weeks, you'll start to feel like it's the normal, and it'll just give you more motivation to keep on doing it and maybe doing things you don't want to do even more often, because you realise, you know, I've just went from having no routine to having a full routine, knowing exactly what I'm going to do during the day. What else can I add to my life that's going to improve it? Maybe I'll add in some meditation in the morning, maybe I'll read a book for an hour every day. There's certain things you can slowly progress into to improve your life for the better. And also having this routine does create structure in your life. You know when you should be working and you know when you should be relaxing. Let's say your work hours are from 10 till 5. At 5 o'clock, you know that you're done now for work. You can leave your office, you can close your laptop, and then you can go and do your personal life. And it's good having the separation, not having everything in the same room, not having your laptop with you whenever you're trying to relax, because you can get distracted, and you kind of want to have that switch where you go from work to personal life. This is obviously a lot easier if you're working a job that's not for yourself. If you're working from home, it's quite easy to get distracted and to continue with work when it's not in your set hours. And once you have got everything ticked off, that's when you know relaxing time for this day, and then tomorrow we do the task that's set for that day. And I would say keeping a to-do list as well as your routine is a good idea, because let's say your video editing is from 8 till 9. If at 8:45 you've finished, what are you going to do for those other 15 minutes? You can go on your to-do list. What else have I got to do today? Okay, I've got to go and clean my monitors. Perfect, you've got 15 minutes, you can go and clean the monitors. Or you could go and read a book for 15 minutes. Certain things are on your to-do list as well as your routine. You can kind of mix them together. Once you finish one task, move on to another task, either early from the routine, but then that will get you out of time. Just work on a to-do list maybe of tasks that weren't given certain times for the day, but things you just needed to get done. And by doing this, it will maximize your productivity, meaning you get more done in the day without just aimlessly doing nothing. Lastly, it will hold yourself accountable. What I personally think you should do if you're going to follow this routine or follow a certain set of rules per day is to have a list or maybe a document where you have columns and rows along the top saying read, meditate, work, brush your teeth along the top, and you have the dates down the side. Once you've done each activity for that day, tick it off, tick, 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 and then you can see maybe at the end of the week which ones was I not doing, which ones am I slacking on, which ones do I need to improve on. Maybe you're not going to the gym, you're aiming to go 6 times a week, but you actually only went 3 times a week, so you need to improve your discipline, go to the gym more. And then once you see the results in the gym, you'll be more inclined to go because you see that it's not just there for show, you're not just going there for nothing. And this can improve your life because let's say you're not getting enough exercise in. If you realise that, then you can hold yourself accountable and then get that exercise done, add it to your routine. Whereas if you're just not tracking anything, you could be like, oh, I've done a lot of exercise this week, when in reality you think you've done a lot of exercise that week because you planned to do 6 days of exercise, when in reality you only actually did 3 days because you're not holding yourself accountable for the lack of discipline which you have. But I hope this quick video did help you guys. Maybe you follow a routine. I've actually done a video on my channel of my personal routine, go check that out. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.